Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today I am going to be doing an unboxing of my Hobonichi Techo Avec for 2022 along with decorating the cover of the first journal, which is January to June. So I was just showing you there the other items that came with the Hobonichis, and now I'm showing you the ephemera that I have pulled out to decorate my journal. So last year I used some vintage matte paper and a wine label and some vinyl stickers. So I kind of wanted to use similar elements to what I did last year, so that when I look back at it in a few years' time, they're all kind of a bit matchy-matchy. So I started out looking at these larger liqueur and wine labels, but I ended up settling on this Banksia image. Banksias are one of my favorite native flowers, and they are yellow. So even though this image has no color, I thought that the yellow background of the journal would be perfect to still showcase the color of the flower. And the way that this image is shaped, it worked quite well to fit in between the wording on the front of the journal. I did want to keep the year and the type of journal and the months, so that just fits so perfectly between there. And now I'm just going through my other bits of ephemera here. I've got ephemera from my mother-in-law, from my pen pals, from a shop called Atelier Feve, and another shop called Moc Shop. These vinyl stickers are from Budgie on Etsy, and I'm just trying to find out which one I want to use. I end up going with this brown arch one because the brown matches the spine really well, and Banksias also dry really nicely and they go brown when they dry and the seed pods open. So I also thought that that colouring was also really nice and reminiscent of the Banksia. So now that I've got my vinyl sticker and my larger piece of ephemera, I'm just trying to go through the smaller pieces to fill up some space. So I've settled on this smaller liqueur label down the bottom there. And now I've gone through some smaller ephemera from my pen pal Sarah. And it doesn't really make too much sense, when you look at what is written on them, beans. But I just like the way that that label has that vintage colouring to it, and it's got a little bit of red, so it kind of just brings your eye down there as well. That little bit of washi is just from the Moc Shop packaging, and you can't see it, but that girl on there is wearing a red and white polka dot dress, so I thought that was really good because it tied in that bean label with that bit of red as well. So I'm just finishing up. I'm looking at these new stickers that I got from work, and I'm just looking at some other pieces. I feel like I need something up in that space up there, but I'm just not sure what. So I'm kind of just going through smaller bits of ephemera, and then I start looking at the washi tapes that I've got and just moving things around. I ended up deciding that I didn't need anything up there. If anything comes in through the year or through the first 6 months of the year, I can add it later on. So I ended up just putting down this space and deciding that that was enough that I had on the front there, and I'm really happy with it. I really like the way that this looks, and the colours, yellow and brown, are two of my favorite colors. My third favorite color is green, so really earthy tones, and this turned out a lot better. I really had no idea what I was going to do, being that it is such a bright journal cover, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it's absolutely perfect, and those colours are just perfect for the Banksia. And yeah, my favourite colours and my favourite flower all in one. How lucky am I to have gotten that all on there. So now I'm just going to decorate the back. I've decided to go with this really bright sticker for the back because I'm not going to see the back very often, but I'm also really passionate about bees. So I thought, I'll just get this really bright sticker. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to see it. And then I've just filled it up with some scraps from the Banksia cutouts. So there was an image on the back of that paper, and then this little bit just says broadleaf Banksia on there. And then this is just a little French wine label, but I just liked it was a circle. I felt that kind of just tied in that other circle sticker. And this Save the Bees sticker is also from Blush Budgie on Etsy. And I've just stuck that little stamp down because it was just floating around. So I thought just to get rid of it. And now I'm just looking at these coffee stickers that I got from work at WashiGang. And it's really cool because it folds up into like this little pocket. So I just wanted to bring a little bit more of that blue from that French label in there. And then because I can't help myself, I just added this little tiny washi strip with coffee beans on it. And I just like it because it brings that brown down to the bottom there as well. Especially because that label from the spirits kind of covers the brown spine a bit there. So it just brings a bit more brown down. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to contact my journal. And I did this last year, and I couldn't find my ruler. It is preferable to do it with a 30 centimeter ruler because you can kind of smooth the contact all the way across. But I just had a bone folder, so I do have some very minor little bubbles in there, but I was able to get most of them out. So I've just cut it down to size, and I'm going to put that on there. But I've realized I didn't put the year and the months on the spine. I do like to use my label maker just to put that on the spine so that when it's all sitting in my bookshelf, if there's a particular journal that I want to grab out, I can see exactly which year it is. And I'm just trying to figure out how to put in a hyphen there. So I'm going to print that out and just cut that down because this is quite thin. And then once that is on the spine, I'm going to start contacting this journal. I'd love to hear from you all what journals you have decided to go with for 2022. I did use my Hobonichi this year in 2021, but I've decided to switch from the original Techo cousin to the Avec style because I started putting in a lot of ephemera towards the end of the year. And I feel like maybe the Avec is going to give me a little bit more room to grow, and my journal currently weighs a ton, so it's also not going to become as heavy if I have it in 6 monthly lots. But let me know below, are you going to be switching up your journal for 2022, or are you going to be using the same method that you used for 2021? And what is that? What kind of journaling do you like to do? Do you just like to do writing? Do you like to do creative journaling or art journaling? Do you just use a planner? I always get so intrigued by what everyone loves to do and what they use, and there are a lot of planners and journals that I'd still love to give a go at some stage, but at the moment I do have Planner Peace with the Hobonichi, but I feel like, yeah, I still want to try the TN one day to get a really nice Traveller's Company notebook and give that a go. I have started junk journaling a little bit this year. I'm still trying to get my groove with that. But I have been enjoying that as well. So I'm just finishing up my contacting at the moment. I'm just cutting off the corners so I can fold it in, and also cutting off the bits near the spine. And now that's all protected. So that's going to not only protect the ephemera underneath, but also protect the journal cover so it doesn't get scuffed or marked or damaged, and the corners aren't going to get damaged. So I hope that this has given you some inspiration today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.